Right, I got myself to the canal. I'm nearly set up. Canal feels like it's changed a lot since I've last come. The water's getting a little bit clearer. The weed is growing massively now. I don't know if you can see any of this, but I haven't been bringing my rake recently, but it looks like it's something that's going to have to be in my arsenal next time I come. So I've got my feeder rod just out here, about 10 foot out. There's a nice little circle where there's no weed, so I'm hoping that that's a little clear spot. I shall find out when I bring my rig in a bit. I'm on double sweet corn today on the feeder. I'm going to give the old maggots a rest on the feeder. I'm going to use maggots on my float. Going to be using the lift method today. That's pretty much set up. I think I may have left me catapult behind, but that's all good. It's not too far to throw. So I'm gonna sit down now and make myself a bit more comfortable and start some fishing. The good thing is that all that pollen is all shifted now, so not so much crap on the top of the water. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. It's really hot at the minute. My floating area where I'm going to fish is already in the shade, as you can see that dark line. So I'm going to be fishing in the shade with my float, with the lift method, with maggots. I've got some So Simple ground bait, the Tikka, and another one with some smashed up casters. And I'm going to put a bit of sweet corn in there in a minute. And I've got some So Simple, oh, lovely rudd. Don't know if you can see that, right on my rod tips. Oh, a couple of big rudd. Cool, yeah. Right, that's me finished chatting. I need to get some floats out and get fishing here. So both my rods are out now, fishing away. Looking at the right, yeah, so both rods out, float rods out, lift method, maggots, swim feeder, 2 bits of sweet corn on a hair rig. I've gone a little bit bigger baits, a little bit of bigger hook than normal on the hair rig. Going to try and target, you know, something bigger, let's hope. But I've not had much success so far on the corn, but all the Chuckle Brothers seem to be nailing it on the corn, so can't resist today. I've got other options as well. I could put pellet on, could also go back to my normal the hair rig and the artificial maggots, but I feel like I want to just knock that on the head today and just give the corn a go and see if we can get something. It's absolutely baking here, man. Long sleeves on, so don't want to get too sunburnt. Hat, glasses. I've been out in the sun all day with work, so my legs are out, but they could do with browning up. Right, come on fishies, let's be having ya. Well, I've had my first fish today on the float rod. Lovely little roach. He was probably about 6 inches long. I'm noticing I'm getting quite a few slow taps on my feeder rod on the sweet corn. I am fishing in the weed, in the circular weed, so whether that's fish in amongst it all, but I haven't had anything like a sharp bite. It's just little slow bends and backs. So I'm hoping there might be stuff out there picking off some of the freebies. Maybe connect to mine soon. The bloody right lens keeps steaming up. I think it's because it's so hot and I'm probably got a sweaty forehead. It's condensating up. Glad I bought these today though. Just caught my first bigger fish on the float rod, little bream by the looks of it. If I didn't catch enough of these last time I was fishing, and now I'm catching them on the canal. Seem to be fighting a lot better than on the lake that I was fishing. Last one in the net. Alright, landed back in the net, all safe and sound. Beautiful condition. Ideal, would be nice to get something a little bit bigger than that. What we really want is tench, obviously. Off you go. Something else. Just had a perch. This one's slightly bigger. Hey. One of the reasons I like this spot is now most of my swim, although the sun's still quite high up in the sky and baking hot, most of my swim now is all in the shade. Well, the water is, I'm not obviously, but we all know tench are light sensitive, so just hoping that this swim, they might feed a little bit quicker than other parts along here where the sun's still quite full on the water. But I've just moved my feeder rod and just checked it. It was fine, so I'm quite happy on that spot. Nice, it's surrounded by weed, but there's probably, I don't know, a 4 to 5 foot circle, and I'm fishing in the middle of that. Looks like I'm into another bream on the float, a little bit bigger by the looks of it, this one. Been chucking out bowls of the ground bait. Definitely a little bit bigger, this one. Looks out. Alright, calm down, boy, calm down. There we go. Nice little bream on the float. It's a bit bigger. Nice and dark. Getting no bubbles or anything showing that these fish are here. It's mad. There she goes, oi, off into the deep. Or deepish, it's not that deep here. Sweet. Let's get the bait, get the float back out and see if we can get a tench, that's what we want. Well, the feeder rod's just gone. Not sure this is a bream. Right in the weed, I can feel it kicking around now, so he's just got to keep that pressure on. Oh! I've actually lost everything. Now that doesn't normally happen to me. Bugger. Well, it's a barbless hook, or micro barb. It's running anyway, so shit. I've had a right old 10-15 minutes. So obviously I lost that fish, which it's weird. I looked at my line on the snap and it was all coily, so hopefully it's for some reason come off by the swivel. But I don't understand it, because I caught on that exact rig, I caught 6 carp on it only not very long ago. So you know, it was strong enough for that. I know it was in weed, but I could feel it. I could feel it thumping and moving around. It obviously disturbed all the weed, a massive blow and everything. But for it to snap, I don't get it. Anyway, so I tried a new rig, put it all on, walked down the bank like I normally do to drop it in, and hook got caught in a bloody one of these reeds, so I had to fanny around with that. I got that out, and then I noticed I had a massive loop in my reel, so I pulled all the line out to see if I could undo the loop. So that was undoable. So then I had to pull that loop all the way out through my rod to get it out of my reel, and then break the line, put the feeder on, put the float stop on, put my next rig back on, finally got it back out there. So at least I know the tench are showing, because that wasn't no bream. I gutted. Hopefully I'm sure I'll get another chance, but that was on the corn. Float rod's just gone a little bit quiet, so I've just put some more ground bait out. Should chuck a few maggots out as well, and hopefully get that spot going again. Yeah, it's just a little bit. We have this in fishing now and then. Just didn't want it then. Anyway, we're back on it. Yeah, going back to that fish I lost, I realised it was a barbless hook, because that was the rules on the last venue that I fished. Don't like barbless hooks, to be honest. The micro barb, at least it keeps the hook in one spot. A few of those fish last weekend, their mouths weren't great, and one of the carp that I caught, when I unhooked it, the hook was in under his chin. But when I looked at his mouth, he had a fresh tear. We treated it. It was obviously my hook. It's barbless all over. It's pulled and slipped out of his mouth, and somehow still looked into his chin. His chin was fine, but his mouth wasn't that great. You know, I wasn't. You got to play these carp when you've only got 5 pound main line, and I think it was 4.7 bottom or something like that I had on. It's good fun, but I just don't like barbless hooks really. So I'm just getting 1 or 2 bubbles coming up around the float now. Not massively, but just the odd one. It's just twitching a little bit. The old lift float. Well, the feeder rod's gone again. Oh yeah. Right in the weed. It's coming out slowly. It's just toying with the idea of moving that one. He's in the net with a load of weed. There we go, got a lovely little female. Lovely colour. Come on. There we go. Lovely little female on the feeder, on the sweet corn. Happy days. That's what I come here for. I'm going to pop this one back now. See if we can put it back out on the same spot. Put a bit more bait out. See if we can get another one. So my float rod's gone a little bit quiet at the minute, but I'm getting one or two, not one or two, I'm getting several little knocks and pulls on the feeder rod. I'm just hoping that the tench are in there trying to find my bait. Well, the feeder rod's just gone. Thought it was coming, to be fair. Right amongst all the weed, obviously. Come on. He's out now. Got bubbles coming up around my float. Yep, this one's out properly now. Christ. Whoa, strong. All the small fry flying out of the water. Don't think he's very big. There we go, in the net. I'm just going to put a bit of sweet corn on the float rod. I'll tell you what, I've never bought this sweet corn before. Best one, sweet corn. But the pieces are really big, really big, and they're really like flat, so they're perfect for putting on the hair rig. So I'm going to just give it a go on the float rod now. Seems, I don't know, it's a bit quiet, just change it up a bit. Still seeing the old bubble coming up out here. Just not really connected to a tench. Well, I haven't connected to a tench yet on the float. Obviously I had the two bream, but it'd be nice to get one on the float rod. But I don't care how they come. I'm going to chuck a bit of ground bait out as well. Maybe 3 or 4 bits of corn. Give them too many options. Want them to find mine, but sweet. So after putting my bait back in my spot, obviously with those 2 tench that I've caught, there is loads of that pineapple weed that I must have pulled off the bottom. It's all floating on around the surface now. It's quite a bit of it. You can never be sure when you're putting your bait in whether you land on one of these, but so far so good. But like I said at the start, I think any more visits for me to the canal, I shall be bringing my rake. I think this load of sun that we're having at the minute is making everything grow quite quickly now. Even all the banks are coming up. You're kind of hid in a little pocket now, which is quite cool. Not so much if you're fishing with someone, you know, you got to bend around to see what they're up to, but it is all good. Just not getting anything on the float at the minute. I'm just wondering whether I might have a pike lingering around. I haven't seen any evidence of one, but generally when something goes quiet, it could be the fact that there's maybe a jack or something out there. A little wren nearly flew into me then. Maybe I should just move the float for a bit and rest that spot. Another fish on the feeder rod. Don't want him going that way, my float's over there. Yeah, in the net. Well, beautiful fish, this one. Getting bigger as well. Look at that. You're going to get your fin up. There we go, tench number 3. Sweet corn. In amongst all the weed. Happy days. Beautiful. So I thought I'd just go and chuck a bit of freebies around my feeder rod. Can't really see the water from here, but when I walked down the bank, chucked it in, they're blowing like crazy on my spot there now. So I reckon tench number 4 could be coming very soon on the feeder rod. Fingers crossed. Just had a little perch on my float rod. Keep getting little dabbles on that. I'm just wondering whether there's a tiny perch on it now. So my boy's just messaged me, he's on his way home, go and see Fred, and he's been out on his bike all evening, which is cool. So I don't know how much longer I should give it. Better go home and attend to him. Be nice to get one more. Not really showing any. They were blowing like hell on my feeder spot. Oh, just had a tap then on the feeder rod. Float's not been doing a great deal. I have put sweet corn on the float rod, and I've cast right at the back of the far bank on the canal. Just thought I'd mix it up, see if I could pinch something. Some were separate, some were different. So I might just give it 20 minutes more. It don't take long for me to pack up and get home. Only live down the road. United are playing again. I seem to be fishing every time Man United are playing Chelsea. I don't know what the score is. Let's have a quick look. It was 0-0 earlier when I looked. And it's still 0-0. Villa are beating Spurs. Yeah, so I think I might just give it 20 more minutes, and then I better start packing up. Not a bad little session. One roach, several small perch, 2 bream, 3 tench. So yeah, not a bad session. Well, pretty much packed up. Just got my feeder rod to go. Doesn't look like there's going to be another one. Haven't really seen any touches on the feeder rod to warrant me just staying a little bit longer as I've been packing up. I've been keeping an eye on it, but looks like I'm going to finish the day as of what I've caught already, which is all good. So thanks for watching the bearded rod on Tiverton Canal, fishing for the tench. Well, trying for the tench. I did have 3, a couple of bream. Yeah, it was a nice little session. Time to go home and warm up. I might venture out tomorrow with Ruben. Still got plenty of bait left, and maybe give somewhere else a go. Not sure where, sorry, but it'll be another evening session, I think. Ruben will want to do his stuff in the day, mucking around on his bike with his mates, I reckon, and I might collar him for the evening session and see if we can catch something else together. So yeah, thanks for watching the bearded rod. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'd love to have you on board. Feel free to comment and have your say on whatever. Yeah, tight lines, and see you next time on the bank.